Appearances can be the greatest illusion. Judging someone solely on how they look, their weight, or their demeanor is a dangerous mistake. The lightweight, quiet individual you dismiss as harmless might be someone who's been honing their skills in silence. A person capable of things you wouldn't imagine. These are the ones who don't need to flex or talk big. They've poured countless hours into mastering their craft, and their true strength lies in their preparation. When the moment comes, they act with precision and purpose, leaving no room for doubt. These aren't people who rely on words. Their actions speak for them. Their power comes from preparation, repetition, and a relentless commitment to improvement. When the moment comes, they don't talk, they deliver. And that delivery is swift, calculated, and unforgiving. Every ounce of their energy has been channeled into becoming as efficient and effective as possible, and they'll leave you wondering how someone so unassuming could have such devastating power. Appearances can mislead you into false confidence. The quiet demeanor you interpret as weakness might actually be the calm assurance of someone who knows they can end a confrontation before it begins. When you rely only on what you see, you're not just misjudging others. You're putting yourself in danger of being blindsided. The most dangerous people don't need validation, and that's exactly what makes them so lethal. You think you're tough because you lift weights, because you've built some muscle? Here's the harsh truth. If you can't fight, none of that matters. In the real world, your bench press won't save you. Your deadlift PR won't stop a trained fighter from putting you to sleep in a fraction of a second. Real-world confrontations are quick, brutal, and unforgiving. One punch, one kick, one submission, and you're done. That's the reality. Muscle might make you look intimidating, but without skill, it's just decoration. It's armor without a warrior inside. Strength without skill is like an engine without control. It's raw power without direction. The strongest bodybuilders in the world would be helpless against a trained fighter who knows how to exploit their weaknesses. Fighting isn't about how much you can lift. It's about timing, precision, and the ability to adapt under pressure. Muscle mass might give you an edge in intimidation, but once the first move is made, it's skill that decides the outcome. If you think your physical strength alone is enough, you're setting yourself up for a harsh and painful reality check. But don't overestimate people either. Confidence without skill is a recipe for disaster. Just because someone walks around with swagger doesn't mean they're invincible. The loudest voice in the room is often the weakest. Real strength lies in preparation, in discipline, and in consistency. It's not about who looks the toughest or talks the loudest. It's about who's put in the work. People who rely on overconfidence often crumble when they're truly tested. That bravado, that chest puffing and big talk, is usually a mask for insecurity. If they haven't been in the trenches, if they haven't endured the long hours of practice, their confidence is nothing more than a facade. Real confidence is quiet and grounded. It doesn't seek validation because it doesn't need it. Those who have truly prepared don't need to boast. Their actions will speak for them when the time comes. Learn to distinguish between substance and show, and you'll avoid falling into the trap of overestimating someone who's all bark and no bite. Truly dangerous men are easy to miss if you're looking for flashiness. They don't advertise their capabilities. Instead, they carry themselves with quiet confidence, moving with deliberate, efficient precision. Watch their demeanor. Dangerous men tend to be calm, collected, and focused. They don't feel the need to prove anything because they know their capabilities. Watch how they move. Efficient, deliberate movements often indicate training and experience. Look at their body language in tense situations. If they remain relaxed and composed, it's a strong sign they've faced pressure before. Another giveaway is their confidence. It's not loud or boastful. It's quiet and unwavering. Dangerous men don't posture or escalate conflicts unnecessarily. Instead, they exude an aura of control and readiness. Check their hands. Calloused knuckles or scars can hint at a history of training or fighting. Pay attention to their eyes. A dangerous man will often have a sharp, calculating gaze, as if they're analyzing everything around them, ready to react in an instant. Dangerous men also tend to have a grounded energy about them. They don't fidget, and they don't waste movements. Their presence alone can be enough to unsettle others, not because they're trying to intimidate, but because of their quiet mastery. When you're in their presence, you can feel the weight of their preparation, even if you can't see it. On the flip side, there are plenty of people who appear tough, but lack substance. These are the loud ones, the braggarts who constantly talk about their strength, fights they've been in, or how dangerous they are. They often rely on intimidation and bluster because they lack real skill. Watch their movements. They may look stiff, clumsy, or overly exaggerated, trying too hard to look powerful. Pretenders also tend to lose their composure under pressure. If someone starts yelling, flailing, or backing down when confronted, they likely don't have the skills to back up their talk. Real strength doesn't crumble when tested. Pay attention to their behavior in a controlled environment like the gym or sparring sessions. Those who rely solely on appearance often struggle when it comes to actual performance. Another telltale sign is inconsistency. Pretenders may show up sporadically, avoiding challenges that could expose their lack of skill. They avoid situations that test their limits and instead gravitate towards environments where they can control the narrative without risk of failure. Take the wisdom of Bruce Lee. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. This principle underscores the importance of mastery over multitasking. The most dangerous individuals aren't those who dabble in many skills, but those who relentlessly refine one. Repetition builds muscle memory, precision, and confidence. The person you're underestimating may have spent years perfecting a single strike, making it unstoppable. Mastery turns ordinary actions into extraordinary weapons, and it's born from discipline, focus, and consistency. Your ego can be your greatest enemy. Underestimating or overestimating others based on superficial judgments leaves you vulnerable. Preparation is your shield, and humility is your weapon. Recognize the difference between those who've put in the work and those who rely on appearances. True killers aren't loud. They're focused, calculated, and relentless. They've spent countless hours honing their skills when no one was watching. Don't wait until a confrontation to realize the truth. Put in the work now. Master your craft, discipline your mind, and develop the awareness to see people for who they truly are. Strength without skill is just for show, and confidence without substance is a liability. When the moment comes, be the one who acts, not the one who's caught off guard. Success favors the prepared, and life rewards those who respect its challenges with dedication and mastery.